Hello everyone, welcome to 8.5-Bit Live. You may notice that Paul is not here this week, so you are stuck with us.
Oh no.
Us chumps.
But also, yes.
Yes.
I am joined by the lovely Anais.
Hello.
And the even more lovely Angus.
Oh, so I wasn't
And
sure which way you
extra
were going to go with that.
colourful.
Yeah.
It's like colourful.
I wanted to be cool like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is,
So I
I,
figured I'd
got
go
that.
like
Got that.
super.
I kind of
Yeah.
wish that
Same.
I had like enough hair going on
Yeah.
that I could even get away with the
Just do
colour.
it.
Pink beard.
I could do the beard.
Yeah,
That's true. I could.
that's a trend, you know.
I could, nah, I don't. It's
No,
this thing.
go like the
it's
True
far-
Face, how it's just shave that side.
I already got the Two-Face
Yeah.
thing going.
Yeah?
I got the white.
yeah.
Yeah, I got like
Top
the
deck.
Yeah, top deck. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the white on one side.
Plus, you're a different person when you're not on camera.
That's true. I'm
Yeah.
quite possibly history's greatest monster.
Well, I'm just amazed by all the leather jackets and smoking that you do.
Yeah, chain,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
For
motorbike.
sure.
He rides a motorbike away from here.
cigar and pipe
At the same time.
To make-
The cigar's
At the
in the
same
pipe,
time.
and it's just a really hard pull. Ugh. So yeah, welcome.
Yeah. So, all right, video games happened this week.
They
but
did.
Really? Before video games, what have we been up to? How's Easter been?
It's been good. I have 5 days off, and it's great.
It's good, isn't it?
So great, but
Though,
lazy. But good.
How much work did you do over those 5 days?
Not too much, actually. I usually work a lot on my work on my weekends and days off. So I'm like, no, I need time off. I'm not actually
Yeah.
working, which
Yeah.
is good. But it's, yeah.
I tried.
Scary.
I tried to as well to have some downtime, but inevitably end up doing a lot.
Yeah.
Turns out the prep for this show that Paul normally does is incredibly time consuming. That was actually
Yes.
most of my day.
Yes. Good work, Paul.
Good work.
Yeah,
Paul.
well done, Paul. This isn't the amount of insulting Paul I thought we would be doing.
No, we're not gonna.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna watch it probably.
That's exactly why I want to
and
do
he's
it.
gonna be like.
Because now he can't beat me.
So what do you have? What's your week been like?
I had a couple of days off and finally managed to watch season 2 of Daredevil.
Oh yeah, that came out recently.
Yeah, it's really good.
I've
Yeah.
watched like the first episode
It's really
of
good.
it.
Yeah, I didn't finish the first season.
The Punisher is so hype.
Yeah, I like that actor. He's
Yeah,
cool.
he was. I don't even know what he was in. He was
Walking
in an
Dead, like
yeah,
the
he was in
very
Walking
beginning.
Dead.
He's cool.
Wasn't he also in a famous army thing?
Yeah, he's got that actor vibe. Maybe.
I don't know. People are already screaming.
Well, someone
at me.
knows in chat. Tell us. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know what the actor for the Punisher was.
I did
Yeah.
very much like because Daredevil is a show which is you've already got Daredevil is a bit more brutal than most superheroes.
Yeah.
Like he's already
Yeah.
he's snapping
It's a
people
bit
arms
edgier.
and all that. So they need to bring the Punisher in and he's like one up.
Well,
what he
yeah,
does.
like because he's still like Daredevil's still meant to be a good guy, where the Punisher
You're like,
doesn't need to be.
that guy's on a hook.
Yeah. Well, it was season 1 with the guy's head through the spike thing.
Oh, that was
And I was
intense.
like, whoa, all right. And then, I was dreaming for that in season 2. I was hoping for the lovelier, more innocent days where people were put through spikes. No, it got. There's a torture scene.
Yeah.
There's a really hectic torture scene. I had to stand up and go do some other things. But
So-
yeah.
Cool.
So TV, well, video
Not a
games.
video game.
Well, not
Well, it
video
could be
games.
eventually.
All right, so
Sneaky said it's John Bernthal was the Punisher.
thank you, Sneaky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what have we been playing this week?
I got the Fallout DLC.
How was that?
It's pretty cool, actually. Like, I was kind of like, meh, it'll just be like some extra content, don't really care. But then I saw that's like, you get to build robots. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to build robots. I love robots. Robots
Here we
are
go.
great.
Got some more footage. Of
Can
so,
we talk about sexy Codsworth?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So one of the things I did hear about is that someone has made sexy Codsworth.
Oh, I don't know how you'd make him sexy.
You give him sexy lady legs.
Yeah.
He's got
There
that.
is some sexy lady legs.
Yeah.
This is me just going through all the robot options of like all the stuff you can build. There's some really cool stuff. Like you can make some like mean, like hectic looking ones.
whoa, that one had,
and you can
like,
get like
horns.
really awesome like
What was that one?
laser
Like a baby head in
arms.
spikes.
Yeah, it's so cool. But yeah, you can get like laser arms or like claws or
Okay, so what-
like everything arms.
What do the different arms do?
They're just different sort of attacks, really. So you can get miniguns or just like a baton kind of thing. So it's whether you go melee or distance, but you get one on each arm, so you can have sort of like melee on one arm kind of thing.
So you can mix and match left and right arms to be
Yeah,
different
yeah.
things?
So you can mix and match as much as you want, and I guess it's just sort of playing around with what setup you want. Like you go for a big sentry guy who's like really massive and strong, but he's a little bit slower. Or you can go for
Those
there's
sexy legs. Those are the
Like
sexy
this
legs.
guy, look at that.
Wow.
It's freaking hectic.
Do you get
Yeah.
do you get all the stuff from the start, or do you have to go
No,
out and
so you
collect it?
when you kill robots, you like loot them, and that unlocks sort of new mods. You can also like find schematics and stuff around.
So it's the
stuff.
same as the armor in the base game.
Yeah, pretty much. So you collect it over time. So I don't know how much of the stuff I actually have, and I can't actually like craft all of it because it's like normal Fallout kind of thing where you have to have all the resources
You need science and stuff for
science
robots.
and
Do you
robots
need-
and stuff. Yeah.
Armor?
So here's a drill. These are all the cool like arm things. How cool are they? But yeah, it's usually science and robotics skill level.
If
That
you've,
robot is ready to babysit children.
if you've made a character that hasn't gone into intelligence, hasn't gone into science, is it hard to get meaningful stuff out of this expansion?
Not like straight away. Like it'll be recommended to do that eventually if you really want to spend time doing this stuff. Like if you're not really into like modding and upgrading all this stuff, then maybe the DLC is not for you. There's still a really really good story.
Well, because even without all the requisite skills and stuff, you'd still be able to put on the things that you loot from robots, right?
Kind of. You just unlock the ability to build that. You still need the
Ah.
skill, but there's still a lot there that you don't have to have science or robotics for.
Because that was something I wanted to ask. Because when I was playing Fallout 4, I struggled with the robot stuff because it seemed like... Oh, no, sorry, the power armor stuff.
Oh,
I
right.
struggled with the power armor stuff because I needed to lug everything around.
Yeah.
And it's heavy. And I just didn't do it. It's like, this is too much effort. And this
Yeah.
seems like it's an extension of power armor modding. How have they
Yeah.
fixed that?
Well, it's less hectic. It uses more like basic sort of resources like power coil kind of stuff, which you find throughout the
The scrap and all
yeah,
the
like
things that-
scrap stuff.
components
So
instead
yeah,
of,
because I'm like,
like, full weapon
always
sets.
over encumbered or like
Yeah,
full, which drives me insane.
the Bethesda problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guess if you're on
so it's
PC,
really
you
neat.
just mod that away.
I know.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I got
Yeah.
a PC one. But yeah, it's lots of fun building robots, and the story's really good. Like I think a lot of people complain there's not much content there, but there is. Like I'm a pretty low level. It took me a while. I found it really hard. I got my brother to fight like this one boss because I was kept
So
dying.
how long are we
There's
talking? How long did it
nothing
take you?
It took me like, I don't know hours wise, but it took me like 2 full days. But that's
Okay.
dying a lot.
But getting a good couple of days of content out, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and like make like spending a bit of time upgrading my robots and stuff like that. So
The
yeah,
only
it's
news
pretty
article that I
fun.
saw said that the robots have a really messed up backstory. If you look into some of the terminals and all that, then
Yeah,
there's,
yeah. So make sure you do that. Like sometimes I skip through it, but this time I read
Yeah.
most of the terminals. There's a good story there.
From what I read, it was dark.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's worth
So
it.
what have they changed that's not robots?
Nothing.
It's just robots?
Like it's an extra sort of mission, but the robots tie into the
It's
existing content, which
the-
I like.
The machinist, what's he called?
The
Who's the big bad?
yeah, the machinist. It's
Machinist?
called the
Mac-
machinist.
Machinist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Machinist. Is that right? Yeah. So basically, it's just sort of playing that story, unlocking sort of that chain of the robot stuff, and yeah. But it ties into all your other stuff, so you can now use robots in your settlements and your other stories.
What was the level prerequisite to start that?
I think
whole
it's
thing?
15. Like I'm 31,
so-
but I read somewhere it's 15.
Does it scale?
What do you mean by scale?
So if you're on level 20, is it too hard?
I don't know. I'm level 31, which I think is pretty low, and
Yeah.
I found it hard.
Well, I'm pretty sure in the base game, all of the content and stuff would scale. So I'd be very surprised if they did this any differently.
I haven't
if you-
finished the main story or anything in Fallout. I've just been making my awesome settlement.
isn't
it's
that-
so awesome? It's so swaggy. I'm so proud of it. I showed my brother today. I'm like, look at this, and he was like, whoa.
But isn't that one of the main problems with Fallout? Like who actually finishes it? I mean, how many people are actually getting through it?
I haven't
Did you?
finished the main game.
Yeah, no, it's like you're not there.
I bought it day it came
Yeah.
out stuff.
Is this your settlement?
Oh yeah, briefly. I think I briefly go in there, but Preston has like 5 million things he wants me to go say.
Man, I
Yeah.
so
So
ignored him.
this
Like-
clip is just me
I
talking
hate
to
him.
Preston.
I hate him so much.
Like I started this game and they really wanted me to talk to Preston to
Yeah.
go do quests. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not playing your game,
that's,
Preston.
That's what I've done majority in Fallout is
Yeah.
just settlement quests because
the
like
thing that
that's
always
what I
got me
enjoy.
about Preston is that I was with him when we went and talked to the first Paladin for the Brotherhood of Steel. And the Paladin was like, hey, do you want to join the Brotherhood of Steel? And it was a yes, a no, and an I'll think about it. I said, I'll think about it. And then Preston was like, whoa, why do you want to join the Brotherhood of Steel, man? It's like, dude, I wanted to sleep on it, man. And I still can't stand him. And then
Yeah,
there's
it's
all those
pretty nice.
amazing cosplayers as Preston Garvey who are going up in front of photos going, yeah, but there's this settlement that needs your help.
Yeah, that is so good. But anyway, like my settlement, what I've been doing by collecting like just random stuff in the environment, I've been placing it. So I found some pillows and I put them on my bed. I found some like vases
Oh,
and
look
like
at that.
lights. Look at this shit. It took me
Wow.
like half an hour to like an hour to
That's
do.
half hour well spent.
Yeah, so that's my settlement.
And full
Nice.
I can
new,
stop talking about my
full
settlement
magazine
now.
racks. And
Look, and these are new. They're like model things that you can get.
Oh, for the different robots. So this is
Yeah.
the thing for the DLC.
Yeah.
Do you
I
know-
don't know if they do anything. They were just cool.
Do you know what's
Alright.
coming up next for the next DLC?
I have no idea.
I think that there's a survival mode in there somewhere.
Yes, survival mode. The
is that
beta
new?
comes out next week,
Oh.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
soon.
well, yeah, that was on my thing. The beta for survival mode comes out next week, and due to some innovative data miners, they found that it's a whole lot more than survival mode was in New Vegas.
Okay.
Because now there's eating raw stuff, like affects your wellness, which is apparently a stat that will be in there, and you get lower, and there'll be, well, like how radiation damage was just lower health.
Yeah.
There's going to be fatigue, which is the same but for AP,
Okay.
so it can
Yeah.
do less stuff at any one point. Also, adrenaline will be a factor of the amount of people you kill before going to bed. Essentially, will increase how much damage you do, but it gets lowered when you sleep or rest.
Oh,
and
so
things
it's sort
that.
of like my adrenaline's building, so I'm doing more damage.
Yeah,
But then
like
I go
it's
sleep on it.
like a combo meter.
I realise the atrocities that I've committed.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I'm like, well, I
You
probably
toss and
shouldn't-
turn with all your
Yeah,
nightmares.
yeah.
Yep. And also like depending on the bed that you sleep in.
Oh, really? Okay,
really?
okay. Didn't really. So if you get a queen bed,
Well, it's like if you're in a sleeping bag, then because you can't save manually.
yeah.
And there's no
This is in
auto save or
survival
quick
mode.
save. Yeah, you can only save by sleeping and resting at campfires. So if you rest in a sleeping bag, like you'll get a little bit of sleep back, and you'll be able to save. But your adrenaline's not going to go down. Your wellness
okay.
isn't going to go back up.
This
Your
is-
fatigue's not going to drop at all. But if you're in a nice bed, then you're fine. If you're in a nice bed with your lover,
Sounds
Then you're
kinda
damn fine.
cool.
Yeah, that's actually, yeah, it
I wanna
sounds
look
like
into
it's...
this.
That, like, the robot stuff admittedly did not get me excited when I saw
Yeah,
it.
I think, yeah.
And I think it's because I just didn't care about the power armor. And it's like, okay, this is like, I'm doing more stuff like the power armor, but you're talking about survival stuff? That sounds pretty fancy.
I did care about the power armor because I
Yeah.
had a jetpack.
And you can make
Wait,
it
whoa,
pink
whoa.
or white.
I didn't know you could get a jetpack.
I had a jetpack.
Yeah, I need to
I had a
do
jetpack
that.
on my power armor.
I didn't know you could
What?
get
Oh,
that.
that's so
really,
good.
really good.
What is it? Does that...
Yes, this is the guy. This is settlement that needs your help. But
Actually, Mr. Producer, can we get sexy Cogsworth?
yes.
Yeah, I think we'll get...
Like not for the show, just for me
yeah,
afterwards.
like, yeah, no, this is unrelated. Just like afterwards,
For my me time.
Angus and I, we both need sexy Cogsworth.
Just in our
Nice.
lives.
Yeah.
But yeah, jetpack is the last tier armor
Okay.
and science. And it gave you a jetpack.
Let's do it. So, yes, no?
Yes, if you
Yeah.
like modding and things, or really into stories, like Fallout story.
Cool.
It seemed to be more like a more an expansion pack than DLC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like more.
so. I was surprised at how much like new
Well,
stuff featured.
There was some mod I heard about this week for Fallout 4, the dog meat mod.
Yes.
So it's just actually, if we could get that thrown up, that'd be sweet.
What about sexy Cogsworth?
There we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, sexy Cogsworth. Look at the legs.
They're pretty nice.
That's
though.
legs for days.
Yep.
I would. Kill
I could
for
just
those
look at
hips.
this.
Hi, sexy Cogsworth and me.
Sexy Cogsworth.
Oh, see this now the love heart in between us. That's all I need. But yeah, playing as dog meat. That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, so...
Although I got into about 20 seconds into that trailer and then heard them just speak.
Oh, yeah.
In the
yeah,
main character's
yeah.
voice.
So-
I was like, wow, dog meat. All right. Cool.
So here we go. So the integration is pretty good. Like you're just controlling dog meat, and then you meet other dog meat, and you know this is a bit janky, like you said, because you
Well, yeah, it's a not a retext. It's a model swap.
yeah they just swapped it out. But the premise of playing Fallout where I'm dog meat sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Sounds like there was a game when I was younger called Paws.
Pause.
And it was
okay.
like this idea of this dog simulator where you're like a dog walking around the environment doing dog stuff.
Okay.
So what I want, instead of the survival mode, I basically want dog meat mode.
Dogsworth.
I want dog meat mode where I do all the doggy things, but just out in the wasteland. So I need to survive. I need to find scraps.
So
I
just
need to do all that.
Fallout 4 Tokyo Jungle.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I want. If you can rip out all the people, maybe we can have just robots, just dogs.
Well, no,
What about
not even about other people. Just
beasts and things? What are they
Like
called?
death claws and things like that?
Yeah.
I'd say leave an ecosystem in there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I want them to be
Carnivore.
there. I don't know if I
You're
want
not going to go foraging.
I mean, it'd be kind of fun playing Deathclaw. It does.
He's got the Pip-Boy.
I know.
he's got the
They
pit
put the
bull.
pit bull
Oh my
in his
God.
little doggy leg.
That's adorable.
It's so good.
People who mod this stuff, like, this is a lot of time and effort for
I-
something that's, like, free.
I think they're
Like,
onto some gold for this.
Yeah.
Modders,
think,
in my opinion, make the world go round. God bless the modding community.
Yes.
Okay. So Fallout, yes.
Yes.
Sure, go for it.
Do it.
I will not buy it. I might get the survival one.
Okay. Deal.
Yeah. So this week I played a couple of different things. I might just very briefly talk about the Division because
Okay.
I just want to go back to that because like I've played a bunch of the single player and I thought, all right, I'll get around to playing
Yeah.
more of Dark Zone because I think that's where a lot of the meat of that game's going to be.
Because I only played some single player.
You only played single player?
Never
Yeah.
Dark Zone. I was bored with it.
So Dark Zone, when it works, actually works really well because it's like I really like kind of interesting social situations in games. And in dark mode, when you go to Dark Zone, you can team up with people, so you can form a party, go in, and go kill people. I don't do that. What I do is I just walk in and I just try to find people that are doing stuff. Because I have found majority of the time in this mode, people will be nice. So the extra mechanics that come into this is you can see them going around picking up loot. When I pick that loot up, it just goes into my backpack. I can't leave the area with that backpack.
Okay.
What I have to do is get to an extraction point, call in the helicopter.
Okay.
That then
Now I
takes,
understand how
that
it all works.
takes about a minute and a half to get in. In that time, all players in the area are notified. And if there's any enemies walking by, they'll like come to it. So you generally have a fight, not always, but
Okay.
normally you'll have to fight off some enemies because they're just walking around patrolling. And if that comes in, you can get the gear out, and that's great.
Would other people be there as well?
Yes,
By enemies, are you talking like players?
players and
Like rogue?
NPCs.
and NPCs.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Because I was going to say, it sounds like a really cool idea of by just letting everyone around you know that you're extracting for the next
Yeah,
little bit.
well-
That's your way of just having, all right, waves incoming.
Yeah, well, because I don't matchmake when I go in, I just try to find people.
Yeah.
What I do is I go in, I listen, because if there's a firefight going on, you'll hear it, so you can kind of head towards it, or you'll see a countdown on the map to say, yes, someone's extracting. If that case, you can kind of make a beeline to it and try to get out. And,
To help them?
well, it's up to
Or
you.
not.
The vast majority of the time, people are helpful. And this is one of the problems it has at the moment. There's very little reason to go rogue. Because like you're marked as rogue, other players are going to come hunt you down. You might as well just work with people
True.
to get out.
Can you do rogue people work together?
You can, like if you're in a
Okay.
group, you can go rogue. I had one situation where people went rogue on me, and that also might have been because I accidentally shot them before. I've actually had a couple of
That
times.
would do it.
A couple of times, I've accidentally shot other players. First time, there is an emote to surrender. It was totally by accident. Like we were in a firefight, he was in front of me, and I shot him. Said, "You've gone rogue." Like I've been helping. They knew that I wasn't actually trying to kill them, so they're like, "Whoop!" They just left me alone. And then after about 15 seconds, if no one attacks you, you kind of go back. But then the other time, there was like a squad of people that I shot. I went rogue. Then
They all just
they all murdered
turned
me,
on
and I dropped my stuff.
Just seems all very confusing still. Even though now I understand and I'm like, it still sounds like very confusing.
I like the kind of organic kind of partnerships that form. Like I like that I'm running around with other people. We're not partied. There's no like
Yeah.
if I shoot them, they will take damage. But just out of necessity, we all kind of work together, and that stuff I like.
Very fluid matchmaking system.
Yeah, like
Organic.
you can actually join the group if you want, and I have had some people do that, but majority of the time you don't. You just run around with people, and it's fine. I think at the moment it's a bit simplistic. That what I've explained to you is the whole thing. Like you go around, you kill.
There's better loot in there.
There's better loot in there. You go around, you kill some bosses, get better stuff, but you know
And
there's not
that's
much more.
it?
In the in one of the expansions, they're going to add in a survival mode, which I think could be cool. Like if it comes down to I need water, you know, it's cold, I need warmth, that kind of thing. There's more of a reason to turn on the people you're with. The more of the reason to hunt people down.
Yeah, as long as the resources are scarce enough.
Yeah, yeah. So
Well, just back to what you were saying about making there be more reason for them to go rogue. I
Yeah.
kind of like that there isn't as like I think the solution to that isn't make there more reason to go rogue, just make more NPC enemies because there are always going to be trolls who go rogue,
well, I'm happy.
and this is just a real good way of letting everyone know that these guys are trolling.
Well, I love it when a game incorporates trolling into it.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what the idea of Rogue is. It's like, if you're going to have trolling, you're going to. Make it a mechanic. Make it part of the whole thing. And I like that they're kind of doing that. But at the moment, the penalty for trolling is quite significant because it's... You actually lose XP when you die. Like, you've got kind of two levels. You've got your rank in Dark Zone, and you've got your player level. That's not affected. But when you die, you lose XP. So it's within your best interest to not die. So if you go rogue, good chance you're going to get shot. So I think they need to work on it, but I think the Division as a whole, now that I've played it quite a bit, I think it's a good start.
Will you keep playing it?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Like, it's something that I'm chipping away at. I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea. Like, if you're not into military shooters...
Is it a Destiny killer?
No.
I mean, Destiny's dying. But...
I don't know. Like, I did load up Destiny because I thought it's kind of scratching the same itch.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'll load up Destiny. I'll kind of check it out. And I did go, nah, I just want to go back to Division.
Okay.
Yeah, but I played the crap out of Destiny. So yeah,
that's fair.
yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, enjoying it. I'll keep at it. Dark Zone has potential. We'll see how they go with expansions. All right. Well,
Not bad.
no,
In no way
It's-
bad.
It's
Worth playing.
It's been reviewed fairly negatively on a few sites, and I think kind of fairly negatively because it suffers from a lot of MMOisms.
I've seen no official reviews, only word of mouth reviews, and everyone I know who's playing it really enjoys
Yeah,
it.
I think the
Yeah.
player base.
But everyone I
generally
know
likes it.
who only played it a little bit and then stopped didn't.
Yeah.
So it's found its base.
I just
Yeah.
good they did the beta because like I was like gonna buy it and then I played the beta. I'm like, nope.
No, not for today.
Not for
yeah,
me,
and that's
yeah.
fine. Yeah, it's not for everyone. Yeah.
Well, it also means that now you're not complaining that it was bad when you bought it. You're like,
Yeah.
well, I checked it out on beta and it looks alright,
Yeah.
but not for me. Instead of I bought it. Why did I do this?
And
This
it's
is
not
crap.
like
I'm
I
going to
think
tell
it's
everyone.
a bad game necessarily. Like I know it's just not for me as
Yeah,
well.
I think I was the other way around. I think I was actually pretty negative on it, and then the beta made me like it. So yeah, I think you're right. Beta was
Yep.
good. But
It's a vastly different experience
Yeah.
playing with other people.
what have you been playing this week?
Oh, I've been playing way too much Stardew Valley.
I have
But
never.
I think
Play
that is the
this.
same as last week.
I don't know what Stardew Valley is.
Stardew Valley is
Stardew Valley.
Stardew,
Yes.
one word, STARDEW.
Valley.
Sounds like
Valley.
candy.
All right.
Like a place.
What is it?
Current generation Harvest Moon.
Oh, okay. Do you have a wife?
You can.
Oh, really?
Can you have multiple wives?
I'm not that far in.
Can you have a husband?
Yes.
Okay.
So-
Progressive.
Same sex relationships
Good.
exist. But yeah, it's a farming game by the makers of, I want to say, Terraria and Starbound.
yeah.
Although
really?
No, they're
two
different people.
Yeah.
Yes. They're-
I think it's then the Starbound guys, not the Terraria guys.
Okay.
But I'm almost definitely wrong.
You could be making that up.
Now I've got that
just,
wrong.
Just run with it, man.
It's
run
fine.
with it.
I'm correct.
No one's
I'm-
going to check. No one's going to check.
I'm on the internet. I must be right. But yeah, it's just because I didn't like Harvest Moon, and then
I don't like Harvest Moon either.
and then I loaded up this game, and then the sun came up.
Do you
Yeah, what do
plant
you
your
do?
crops?
You play okay, so you'll wake up and you're given a large swath of land, and it's infested with weeds and logs and stones and things like this, and you're given a set amount of tools by your grandfather who passed away and left this farm to you because you needed to get out of the drudgery and the mundanity of modern cubicle life. And then yeah, you are given this dilapidated farm and need to bring
Yes,
it
right.
back.
So I think you said, or someone said, it's like Farmville without the waiting.
Which is like Harvest Moon without...
It's
yeah.
like Farmville without the waiting, and there's and the farm is 1/5 of the map because you're also a farm connected to a small community, which has a whole bunch of NPCs in it that
Yep.
you will earn friendship points. Is the
Friendship
best way I
point.
can say it. Like you'll talk with them and they'll become better friends, and you can give them gifts.
That's
and
kinda cute.
They all have birthdays, and you'll be planting different crops depending on the season. And there are festivals, and you can go fishing, and there's a mine with monsters in it, and
Well, there's combat.
yeah,
Can I level?
you can upgrade weapons.
Ooh, okay, it's close. So that's loot.
Yes. Very, very little randomized loot. Like, there's loot in the same way that Dark Souls has random drops.
Okay, so a very defined set of things.
Yes,
Okay.
so slimes will 1 in 100 times drop a certain ring. Things like that.
Okay. All right, sounds interesting.
And, I don't know, whole other bits that I'm forgetting to talk about. There's crops of just every kind you can think of. There's also animals, so you'll have barns with chickens
So how
and
do you
cows.
No, I mean, like, what is
How do
what
you
is your
win The
ultimate?
Sims?
What is your like goal right now? Like, what are you farming
At the
towards?
moment, I'm trying to make it through the winter.
Ah, okay.
Because, winter has arrived as of, like, today in recording. Loaded up today and it was the first day of winter. I find that nothing grows
Is
in
it
winter.
Like Animal
All of my crops are dead.
Crossing, in that like on October 31st or whatever, it's gonna have a Halloween thing.
It is a lot like Animal Crossing without the Tom Nook.
Is it real time? So do you need to go back tonight and make sure that you
You need to sleep every night.
Yeah.
If you don't make it, it's
I mean,
it's accelerated day-night cycle.
but when you quit the game, does time pass when you go back into the
No.
game? Okay. Because I think
No, it's not real. It's not real time.
Yeah.
But there is a quick day-night cycle
Okay.
that needs to be strictly adhered to. If you stay up beyond a certain hour, you just pass out. So
sleep's important when you're a farmer.
exactly. You're up at 7 a.m. on the dot every day.
7, you're sleeping in, buddy.
I know, right?
Like you're a lazy farmer.
That's because I've got all these upgraded tools that make it so much easier.
Sounds cool.
Got my family members to name my chickens and cows.
Yeah.
And
That's
just
cute.
the dumbest names.
So what, you can name animals as well?
Yep. So there's Captain the chicken
Can-
and Bird the
Can
cow.
you name them and then slaughter them?
You sell them. Yeah.
See, my
That was exactly what my brother asked.
yeah. So my mum used to
Do
have some
you
cows.
eat them?
Well, she used to have property with cows, and she just called the cow like T-bone.
No.
Porterhouse.
Yeah. No, they got slaughtered. They the cows would come
You're
to her as
saying
well.
this with such a serial killer smile
No,
on your face. They got slaughtered,
No,
guys.
they did. They really did.
It was great.
No, like mum would come out, and she'd call them, and the cows would come to her, and she'd feed them, and then eaten.
Have you
As in,
seen
like,
like
she
that
would
stuff happen?
slaughter
No,
them?
I haven't actually seen a
I
slaughterhouse.
really seen like a chicken.
As in, she would slaughter them
no,
or
she
take them to a
no,
slaughterhouse.
slaughtering a cow.
I don't
is
know where you
hard.
came from, man. I don't know how this happened.
No. You take it to be professionally slaughtered.
Okay, good.
It's a hard job.
I have heard about like the mobile slaughterhouses
Yeah, I can see
that are
a
just
market
in
for
like
that.
an RV.
That'd be
Yeah.
gross. Can you imagine cleaning that?
I can't imagine cleaning a regular slaughterhouse.
Ugh.
Just hose them out.
I'm 24. I can barely imagine cleaning.
True.
But it sounds cool. Sounds
So, yeah.
interesting.
I might check it out.
Yeah.
Do you know
yeah.
how much it is?
It was 15 US, so
Okay.
22, 23 Australian. Yeah,
Yeah.
I checked it out because it wasn't a $60 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it lasted way longer than I ever expected to.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of cool NPCs. Some real moments of actual emotion.
That's
like
good,
talking
yeah.
to a homeless person, and he's like, "Please don't destroy my home."
Did you destroy his home?
It's happened before.
Did you
I
do
was like,
it?
"No, have
You're
this
like,
food,
no, I'm
man."
expanding. You
So
expand your farm.
yeah, so yeah, good game.
Just boot him out, take the land.
I recommend it.
He'd be ruthless.
How it works.
Take away the tent.
Yeah, it's like, no man, my property. No squatters'
5
rights.
leeks could be planted here. You are wasting me money right now, son. But there's a whole there's a morality system
Yeah.
almost in which you can side with the community and build the community center by bringing these little
No,
spirit stuff.
I want to.
Or you can side with like the Coca-Cola mart
That-
who are bringing in their warehouse.
Oh, really?
That's what I want to rule with an iron fist.
You
I
can
wanna-
rule- you
I
can-
want to gut that community.
You can be a tyrannical farmer.
That's amazing.
You can do
Sounds
it.
fun.
Man, you're selling this for me, man.
Yeah, you can. The
Selling me.
Jojo Mart is the Coca-Cola
Jojo
of this of this place,
Sounds kind of great.
having bizarre adventures.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I played something else this week as well.
Okay.
Ready to get excited?
Yes. Wait. I think I know.
I played Overwatch.
No.
The RPG.
Why? What?
Yeah,
Overwatch.
we both had the exact same.
Hey, you haven't played Overwatch Beta, the RPG?
No.
What?
Okay, so this
Time only moves when you complete actions. We've done Super Hot.
So this is a game someone built where the goal is to get a invite to Overwatch.
Really?
That's the
Oh
game.
my god.
So it starts up. You pick which class you want to be.
Okay.
A typical Blizzard
and this is
fan.
great. Like you can be a typical Blizzard fan, or you can be like a Twitch streamer, or like the non-gamer friend.
God.
If you pick either of those classes, you immediately get an invite.
Really?
Yeah. If you're a Blizzard fan, No, it's much tougher. So, so what you've got the time until the current beta wave ends, and you spend time to try and get your invite.
I can see a salt level.
Yeah, and one of the things is your salt. Yeah, your salt level, because you will get progressively saltier the longer you don't have an invite. And there's things you can do to go and like reduce your salt.
You've fled the beta wave.
Oh my god. You've got me in so
God.
deep for this.
So a whole bunch of achievements, all this kind of stuff. So
I was ready to just make fun of you for Overwatch the RPG.
this is me jumping into I just wanted to be the friend. And I was just I just got it. Victory,
Really?
because I am just the person who doesn't care about the
Is that
Overwatch.
Paul?
No, yeah. So exactly. No, exactly. It's like Paul gives no shits.
No, you probably shouldn't share your account. Blizzard are pretty strict about that, I guess. Wow.
That is
You
really
have
clever.
been murdered.
I was really surprised at the amount of complexity in this, because you have money, you have to you can buy things like BlizzCon passes and things like that
Really?
to try and there's quests you get. You have to
Saltiness. That's
Has
great.
increased by 10% due to the passage of time.
Yeah, so there's a quest here where I'm trying to play with a StarCraft 2 player who's probably got a key, hoping to try and get one.
Really?
Yeah, it's cool. I was very impressed the level at which this thing has gone to. So got to play this week.
Nice.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
I wish I had known.
Yeah.
I have a feeling now that I've actually pre-ordered Overwatch that actually
same.
crossed me off the list of potential early access.
I pre-ordered the PlayStation 1, so I feel like that's going to be later than PC.
Maybe. I know I've got PC.
I've given up hope.
But I'm a sucker. I'm going to end up buying this thing and everything. I know. Blizzard chump.
Yeah.
How about we jump into some news?
Sure.
Yeah, jump into some newsy stuff.
Do it.
All right, so we have a song. We have a news attack song. Angus.
Da-da-da-da-da, news attack!
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's beautiful.
Okay,
I
so
didn't know that I was expected to do that.
no,
I was
that's
really
good.
on the
That
spot.
was well done. And now an go.
nah.
Oh, it's worth a shot.
No, her nah was the song.
That was it. That was the
Yeah.
nah. So someone can remix that, auto tune that nah.
Not ever. No.
That would be
good.
great. So surprise this week on the Vita, we got XCOM.
Really?
Yeah, they're like, hey, you got a Vita? Have XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Like XCOM 2? What?
No, XCOM 2. XCOM 1.
Unknown.
It's $20 US. You can go grab it. It's called XCOM Enemy Unknown Plus. I think in little brackets plus.
Okay.
I don't know why they did that, but it does
Are you gonna
have
get it?
enemy within. Probably because
That's why they did it, because people like you would be like, I like
Yeah.
XCOM, I have a Vita, I'm going to buy it.
Look, I still think the best way to play XCOM is on controller. It's actually really well suited to a controller.
I disagree.
Have you played it with a controller?
No.
I tell you why.
Shut me up
I'll tell
immediately.
you why.
Shut me up instantly.
Because that game is about moving through a series of control modes. Okay, so you're moving a cursor around to select where you're going to go. You select a unit, you choose who you're going to attack. There's very discrete chunks of control that you have in that game. Okay, what the controller does is when you go into move around to go where you want to go, you're in the move around to where you want to go mode. When you you focus, you just select the menu option at the bottom, what you want. It surprised me. I was like, nah, it's got to be mouse driven.
Because I've played mouse and keyboard, and I've played on my phone.
See, I've been playing it on phone, and phones I can kind of get away with it, but I
Yeah.
prefer to have better controls. Vita, bigger screen, got controls.
Yeah.
It's ticking all the boxes.
I gotta try that with a controller.
Yeah,
now.
now give it a go. Plug in a 360 controller.
Yeah.
I think you'd be surprised. I ended up playing it just on my TV, big picture
Yeah.
mode, sitting back.
Good
It
times.
was great. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
so that one was a bit surprising. What else? What else has happened today? This week? Quick,
Call-
bam, bam, bam,
Call
bam.
of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yep.
Got Nuketown into the normal playlist. So Nuketown was just a pre-order exclusive map, and it's in the existing Black Ops game.
Yeah.
They've added it into the normal playlist, which is awesome because it's an awesome map. Also, they've added new taunts and gestures, right?
What are they?
So when you start a match, I think, or die, or win a match or something, you have gestures where it just does movements and stuff. They've added in popular pop culture dances.
Can I do Gangnam Style?
Maybe not
It's-
that
can I-
one. Maybe you can.
Is that?
Can I get
past?
Swifty?
Oh, can you? Can
You
you?
can't
get
do
Swifty?
that, but you can do this whip and nay nay thing that the kids are into.
Can you twerk?
Oh, those
I
kids.
think so. And there's like
Can you dab?
Karate Kid. There's like Just Do It, the Shia LaBeouf thing, and then there's the Gob Chicken
Does
Dance.
it spawn an explosion
I'm
behind
interested.
you?
No.
Do it.
But yeah, like the Gob Chicken Dance from
Yeah.
Arrested Development.
Yep,
It's
good.
pretty funny.
They can give me a pack of nothing but Arrested Development chicken dances,
Yeah.
and I'm a happy man.
Yeah,
Like
that's
all
pretty
of the
exciting.
many chicken dances.
Yeah. There's what like 8, 9 chicken dances
There's a
in that
lot.
show. Just do the
That's all you
Arrested
need.
Development
Yeah.
chicken dance pack. Done. Destiny. Also, you're looking for your emotes to
Oh,
sell in your
yeah.
market.
It's $25 for the pack.
Arrested
right there.
Development. Bam. I'm there.
That's it.
That'll get me back in the game.
Yeah,
That's a whole
That's
DLC.
what you need.
Yeah.
Pop culture and games.
Bam.
Clyde. Love it.
You give us some news. Go.
David Hayter. Dropping some-
David Hayter.
David Hayter
Yeah.
proving that, like living up to his name, dropping
Yeah.
some pretty real shade at Kojima.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Yeah. What was the exact language he used?
It was, I have no love for Kojima. I think it was.
It was something like pretty
Sounds like
blunt.
a disappointed father.
Well, no,
or
because
something.
there was,
Yeah, I've got no particular love
yes.
for Kojima.
Here's the dance move. That's Karate
Ah,
Kid.
cool. Oh, that's
It even
actually
has the
cool.
wobble. I like
That's
it.
That's actually really nicely animated.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty cool. I was excited.
But yeah, David Hayter releasing the...
Who Solid Snake?
Yes,
or
Solid Snake, we should say.
The many snakes.
Yeah.
Exception with Venom Snake.
Yeah, all the snakes except for
5.
Phantom Pain.
Yes.
Has revealed essentially that they tried to replace him like 4 times.
Yeah, they tried to even get Kurt Russell.
Including Kurt Russell.
Who, for those who don't know, Snake is named after Snake Plissken from Escape from New York slash LA. And because Kojima's always been a huge film fan.
Yeah.
You know, like even like the box art for his games basically ripped off other kind of movie posters and things.
Well, he talks like an 80s action movie of just Solid Snake.
Yeah.
What? Just repeating
Yes.
the last word that people have said to him. Metal Gear.
Yeah.
But now it's just Kojima hates me.
Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. Like when Metal Gear Solid 5 was happening and I was getting all upset because there's no hater. I'm like, oh, come on, this is like some Kojima prank. You know, it's going to be like, I'm going to get halfway through Metal Gear Solid 5 and then haters going to come in.
And we've got to say,
Yes.
Oh,
Sutherland did a great job in 5.
Yes.
But not hater.
Okay, now, he was fine.
Yep.
Did he fit the Metal Gear universe? Given you've still got Ocelot, like you've still got like...
That's really hard.
Okay,
though.
because...
Well, because there was a lot of that game that didn't fit the universe. Because Ocelot was just a dad instead of the insane
but
soldier that he's always been.
The voice work.
Oh, voice work?
Yeah,
I think he fit.
and that's-
I think he fit really well in that case.
You really not, because I don't.
No?
Like, no, because I think there's a certain campiness that comes along with Metal Gear. That's what Metal Gear
Yeah,
is.
well, that's it.
And Kiefer Sutherland is a competent voice actor. He's good at his job.
And that was the
And
problem?
that's kind of the problem, because if you've got the guy whoever's voicing Ocelot, and he's doing the same voice that's been in all the other games,
Yep.
like this is it. This is what Metal Gear sounds like. This is the tone. This all works. And then you have someone that comes along that's actually quite competent. It's
No,
like
no, you're being too
no,
good.
no.
Start-
You need to camp this up. You need to camp it up.
Or it's bringing all the campiness into like a stark, revealing light.
Yeah, or it's like it's
This is what it's like when we're with someone who is taking this seriously.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Who's David Hayter? I know, like, I just can't.
No. It's the person who voices Snake.
But what else is he in?
Yeah,
Is
he's
he
also he's an
from
actor, and I don't
that
know
legal
what-
show.
He voices the main Jedi Knight in Knights of the Republic.
Okay.
He's a voice actor, but I know he's been in a television show.
He wrote
Like a very big television show. And
think
the fact that I don't know is driving me insane.
I think he wrote AVP, the AVP movie.
Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
pretty
right.
sure he wrote. Here we go. Here's
Yes,
David. Oh, look at
please.
this! He's a beautiful man.
But what was he in?
Everyone wanted him to play Snake in a Metal Gear movie.
Okay.
Please save us.
He's done. He's got a pretty big, well fleshed out career.
Look at the quality when
Yeah.
Paul isn't here.
Wikipedia. Here you go, wall of text.
All of this research we did.
Yeah, he's doing it on the air. It's great. Normally we hide the research, on the laptop. But
no,
this time
this
we're like,
is-
screw
yeah,
it. Like,
let's break
pick-
kayfabe.
Let's pick.
Behind the
the-
scenes.
Look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
man
wizard
behind.
pulling the levers.
That's all it
we know
is.
we know what's going on. Yeah.
It's actually Paul looking this up on
Yeah.
Wikipedia.
Paul is actually Mr. Producer this week. No, we got regular Mr. Producer. Deal of the week. So do you like Rock Band?
I did when it was cool.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
pretty much
you know
mine.
how they did the weird Kickstarter, the PC
Yeah.
Kickstarter? Yeah.
No.
So So for whatever reason, Rock Band needs money to make the PC version.
Okay.
So they've got a Kickstarter where they need $1.5 million.
Isn't this for the VR version?
No, this is just Rock Band coming to PC.
Because I
It's on-
remember they dropped their like peripheral supplier only a couple of weeks ago.
I'm not sure. Could have.
That was a new thing.
Yeah.
But unrelated, I guess.
Anyway, one of the top tier pledges right now, $2.5 grand.
Really?
You get every single song from Rock Band for the PC.
As in, you just like they give you the actual song like on a CD.
Well, you get because there'll be a library that you have available to you.
Yeah.
The entire back catalogue.
Like,
All like as in all old Rock Band songs.
So yeah,
as
so
well.
like from all the previous games.
Wow.
So
But in your one game.
yes,
that's
Now,
a lot of money just for
That's a
that.
lot of money. This is unlikely to happen because they've got about 8 days left, and they need about another $1 million for this to actually work.
But
But
who owns Rock Band?
that said, it's
No,
not
Ubisoft.
Activision.
Oh, that's it.
No, Activision, because they've got Guitar Hero and you've got Rock
Activision's
Band.
Guitar Hero.
Activision Rock Band is.
What grade it
Is it
is.
Harmonix? No, Harmonix is.
Oh, yeah.
It must be
Harmonix is-
Activision.
No,
It
Harmonix
must
is
be
Rock
Activ-
Band, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
Activision is definitely Guitar Hero.
Oh, God,
Because
it's gotten so confusing.
No, Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock was my formative years.
Oh, okay, I believe you.
So that's
I trust you.
Activision.
Okay, so it must be Harmonix.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That makes more sense because Activision has money. They don't really need
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Kickstarter.
Yeah. Anyway, what else we got?
Well,
Let's go.
wait, hold up. So,
Alright.
so they've got the framework to put all of the songs into this game.
Yes.
But they're leaving it as a reward, as opposed to just
Well, it's
as opposed to a selling point for the game.
Yeah, well,
Because they've clearly got
way,
the infrastructure there.
the way they're going to make money off this is going to be go buy songs to play.
Yeah.
Oh,
probably
they're
buy
doing the Rock
packs.
Band 5 live.
Yeah. So this will be
system.
a service that they bring to PC,
Ah,
and then you can just buy songs, or I assume you'd be able to rent songs. I
Or you
would
can
guess.
just go to like cash converters and buy like an old Guitar
Yeah,
Hero
yeah.
for
and buy
like
Rock
20
Band
bucks.
2,
Yeah,
and you're
I mean,
fine.
if you go and buy every Rock Band game plus the console to play it on, plus the instruments,
Probably cheaper.
you're looking a lot cheaper than
Yeah.
just dropping
Yeah.
in this thing. But you know, these are crowdfunding, so they're meant to be there also to support the product. So, you know, it is a top tier.
Plus, I'm assuming it would include that crazy piano that they had and stuff like that.
Ugh. And DJ.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, get
Oh,
DJ in
God.
there. That was actually pretty fun.
I never tried it.
7-piece band.
Yeah.
That's what I want to play at a party.
Well, I think they got close to that.
A violin, a second violin, get the cellos up the back. It'd be beautiful.
No, that DJ Hero surprised me
Oh,
because
really?
those things
That was a
got
lot of fun.
they got dirt
That's a
cheap
lot of tech.
because no one wanted them.
Yeah.
So you go down to
That is
oh, wow.
many songs.
So you're getting a few for your $2.5 grand.
That's a lot.
It's still going. Wow. You're getting a
Yeah,
lot.
see, I'm not sure if like you buy all of those songs just as songs, like on CDs, and you'd be getting up there.
It's still going. I looked away
Yeah,
from
yeah.
the camera, and it's still
It's
going.
still going. All of those songs by themselves, like if you bought all those singles hard copy, that'd be getting on
So,
the same amount.
$2.5 grand. You get all that.
Yeah.
Well, except the Kickstarter probably isn't going to happen.
Nah.
So
Oh, well.
yeah.
More news?
More news.
So apparently, rumor or not
Yes.
rumor, they said that PlayStation VR might come to PC.
Maybe.
Maybe. I think that's kind of bait.
Mm.
Like, of course, they could probably put it to PC. Doesn't mean they will, but I think they're like, yeah, we could put it on PC
Mm.
to just like be like, yeah, buy a PSVR. Like to.
It feels like they're just digging in the
people
knife after they won the price war.
Well, it does. It is a bit of a motivator for because you got PC enthusiasts like me,
Yeah.
and those VR heads, the Vive and the Oculus, are priced out of what I'm going to pay.
Well, the Rift is
Yeah.
coming out tomorrow, isn't it?
I don't know. I've stopped paying attention because
Yeah,
I
don't have
can't
a
afford it.
PC.
So
It's
whatever.
not just the actual headset; it's the PC that like.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, because
Yeah.
you need to get like this fairly high end PC for this thing to work.
The fact
Yeah.
that there's a standalone program to like dictate your compatibility
Yeah.
says a lot.
And my laptop was not compatible.
No, my laptop was very
No,
sad.
No. So it works for me. Like I'm already pretty sold on getting PSVR.
Yeah,
But just that
same.
little extra push of and by the way, you know, you can use it on your PC if you want to.
I'm just waiting
Maybe.
for that one game. They just need that one game to sell me on either of the three. Because if,
Yeah, I
if,
think
there's
it'll-
that one game that everyone wants.
Have you watched the latest stuff of like the multiplayer stuff where like someone has the headset on, they're like a Godzilla type character, and then other people are playing on the couch with you, and they're like the people on the
No.
ground.
Yeah.
Looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's doing a lot more than what I expected.
Yeah, like they're almost treating it like the Wii U gamepad.
Well, it's like PlayStation and Xbox. They both had that one game that I needed to get the console for.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen that in VR yet.
I think it'll take a while. It's because we're gonna have to figure out how to make this thing work.
But I
well.
also think that there are going to be a large group of the population who are thinking like I am, who
Yeah.
are all like waiting back to see that one thing that everyone's going to
Yeah.
get. They need their hype game.
I think going social is a good one because that means I go, hey, let's play the VR game round at my place. And you only need one person out of 5
Yeah.
to come and give it a go, and they're going to be, oh, that's really cool. I might go get one
And
now.
it is going to be one of those things that you want to show your friends. Like,
Yeah.
when your
Oh,
parents
yeah.
come over, you're like, check this out.
Yeah, I got the toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and VR is very impressive. Like you put
It
that
really
on
is.
anyone in the community, any demographic, you put that headset on.
Yeah.
I've yet to see anyone that's not impressed. Like the
Yeah.
initial reactions, and then they're sick, but the first reaction is I'm pretty impressed.
Even like a Google Cardboard is enough to make people go, whoa, hold up.
yeah.
Because it's like, even at its most basic form, it's such an incredible technology.
Yeah, I think people who are like unsure about VR should like try VR like properly.
Yeah.
Well, people who are unsure about VR, just go look at a 360 video. Because
Yeah.
the first one I saw of those while sitting in a swivel chair decided it for
You're
me.
talking like the Star Wars 360
That was
YouTube
cool.
videos, that kind of thing.
It was a Fort Minor song.
Okay, I don't even know
Yeah.
who that is.
Wow.
Fort who?
Yeah,
Fort
no
Minor.
idea.
A group.
A group.
A group.
A
I don't
group
know
of
how
what?
to. Oh,
What's a
God.
collective noun?
Musician?
I'm talking to my dad. I'll go with rappers.
Okay. What is that? What the kids like?
I'm not singing it on here. Let's just get that out of the way.
Please do. Please.
Well, okay,
Full of
wait,
swears.
did you hear the what is it? 20% luck, 80% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason
But
to remember the name.
Maths doesn't work like that.
That was all 100 when it came together.
Well, I thought you said 50, like
said
plus.
15.
Oh, I see. I heard
Yeah.
50 at the beginning.
Oh,
like,
okay.
The
It all
maths
makes
is
sense now.
broken. I'm like,
No.
no, hold on.
Well, you know those 150% things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm showing how white I am. That my first 360 video was of a 90s rap group.
That's right. I'm showing my age because I have no idea. And welcome to the world of not knowing what people are talking about in popular
Yay.
culture.
Yeah.
You finally got there.
This is feeling good. This is nice. This isn't uncomfortable at all.
Means I'm getting older.
Yep. So what else? What else has happened? I'm going to ask while you're drinking.
Oh no, it's fine.
I know.
It's great. I'll talk through the
I
moments.
timed it.
The Binding of Isaac developers
Yes.
released. Well, they teased on their Tumblr essentially.
They're being a bit poopy.
Yeah, the Adventures of Bumbo. BUM-BO.
I like how they wanted to really make sure the bum was extended.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's like bum.
BUM hyphen.
It's a new
Yeah.
game.
Yes. What is it?
Yes, they haven't said anything.
No.
They've said procedural. Okay, the words they used were procedural type thing. No, it was randomly generated
Yes.
procedural type thing in the 4 bullet points that they gave. The graphic that they had the same coin and poop from Binding of Isaac, and a new character who is a homeless person.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all we know.
All right. Well, I'm Binding of Isaac.
Yeah,
Do you
I mean,
know
guess.
that we're
we don't
trying
even know
to
if it's
put it
standalone yet.
on mobile, Binding of Isaac, but it
Yeah.
got rejected by Apple because it's like
No shit.
against like
Yeah.
children.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's terrifying.
I don't know why
I
they.
haven't actually played it.
I honestly don't know why they even tried getting it on the store.
Yeah.
There's
But
no
still,
way
that would have been a
was
lot of
started off
effort
on
to port
Newgrounds,
it and then
didn't
get
it?
rejected.
Yeah.
Didn't it start off as like a Newgrounds game,
Someone in chat
and
might
then
know
it got released?
might know the history of it.
Because yeah, it was made as a it was the developers of the Binding of Isaac tease another shitty game.
Yes, that
Was the exact headline.
Wait,
Because
they made that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because they like branded their first one as this was just a shitty game that we did, and then people liked it, so they crammed it full of stuff, and then the speedrunning community took hold of it, and it became a huge deal. This one, I guess, is another one where they're just like, I mean, I don't know. We don't know where the first one worked, so this one's all about poop.
We're just throwing shit at the wall. And
Literally.
yeah. All right.
I
So,
heard that's
yeah.
the gameplay.
How about we move on to some hot looks?
Hot looks.
Hotness.
Hot
No,
looks.
that's good, man. If you could do that with actual words,
I don't have
would
that
be
power yet,
better.
and I can't sync up with Mr. Unless I'm doing this, and then it's
Hot looks.
no. Okay,
Right,
but
good.
so hot
All right,
looks.
So let's have a look at. We've got some more Doom footage. So there's a few more game modes that they're showing off in Doom.
I haven't seen any Doom footage.
This was
gameplay.
demon mode.
Here we
yes.
go. Yeah. So they're showing off power-ups. We'll get to them in a moment.
Playable demons. Here
But
we are.
the two cool things I think really stand out in this are they've got the demons which you can play, and they really mix up the mechanics when you start to jump on them. You got Baron of Hell right there, and the Prowler. Prowler kind of reminds me a lot of maybe in AVP playing the Alien, where you're kind of climbing walls, wall running, leaping.
I was going to say the lurker, the hunter in Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Because it has the exact same pounce.
Yeah. So yeah, they've got some power-ups as well. They're just kind of showing off some of
So we only saw 2 demons?
Yeah, so they're only showing 2 in this, which
That's
is the
fair.
Prowler and thing. We'll see more later.
So,
So you've seen none of this?
No. When's it come out?
Oh, very soon. Look at this. Oh, right in the back.
My
Will it
only
be
concern
good?
is that going to happen every time you kill someone with a chainsaw.
Maybe.
'Cause it really tires
They're
them.
really showing
Oh, that
off
PFG looks
yeah.
cool. But I like
May
how they're
3rd.
doing
There
the
we
demon
go.
mode because they've taken what made Evolve interesting and just made it a game mode instead
Yes.
of a full game.
Yes. So, I mean, an asymmetrical game in general, generally pretty cool.
Yep. Always been a
So
fan.
I'm pretty happy to see them kind of flesh that out. What I really like the look of there is that they're going back to the very traditional BFG. So like in Doom...
It was just a 2-man.
Yeah, because
cannon.
in Doom 1 and 2, it was the big orb you throw into the room and everything within line of sight would die.
Yeah.
Basically how it worked.
Except that one thing that took 2.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
I know, right?
Yeah, but in the BFG, like in going forward, they kind of changed how it worked a little bit. So it was more of like the pulse cannon, or the pulse gun.
Yeah.
I think-
in 3, I remember it just being a very big rocket launcher.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Like they're going
And then
back
in
to
the
that.
movie.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard with the movie, because that's with The Rock
Yep.
was playing in there, that The Rock was originally slated to play the good guy in that movie, but the good guy didn't get the BFG. So
he went, no.
I need to be the one with the BFG.
Beautiful.
So, like,
Be the villain to carry the cool
So
thing.
his role changed.
That's
So that's-
amazing.
Wait, is there a Doom movie?
Yes.
You don't need to see it.
No,
Okay.
it's not that great.
There's a Doom movie the same way there was a Matrix 2 and 3.
There was.
Apparently.
I don't know. Were they just animated, released to DVD or something?
Yes. Yes, they were.
I know.
And do not worry your sweet head.
Good. I panicked there for a second.
You can't break the magic.
Yeah. All right. Okay. We also have something called Pamela. Or P
No,
dot
I've seen
A
it.
dot M
This
dot
looks
E
awesome.
dot L dot
Some
A.
Melbourne guys did the audio for this.
Ah, cool.
Cool.
All right. So we'll have a look. See.
Damn it, I really thought it was going to work.
Pamela?
We're going to get Pamela? No, we don't need Pamela. I'll dance.
We can just describe. We can wave that by Mr. Producer.
Oh, no.
There we go. Okay. So when I first saw the clickbait for this, it was described as System Shock with survival. And I went, oh, I like those words. And
That is a
probably
nice sentence.
click the clickbait. So as I understand, the setup for this is you're in a fallen utopia. So you're in a tube. You wake up. You go. Everyone's dead or crazy, and you go around, kind of look around.
Looks cool.
It's very pretty. Like they've done a nice job at the visuals. I do think.
Oh, hold up.
So this is where it gets a bit System Shock.
Yeah.
Because you break stuff down, and it kind of becomes your currency.
Oh, damn.
And yeah, you got like this cool.
Nice. You've got your
HUD.
Omni tool in your
Yeah.
Rapture.
So what's the news for this?
We're just looking at it.
Oh, okay.
This is a hot
Yeah,
look.
it's a hot look.
Okay.
Having
Oh,
a
sorry, that's
hot
right.
Look
We
at
didn't
it.
look.
Yeah, no, there's no news about it. So you got like a few
Damn.
different, these three
This is
different modes
really
and things
cool
like that.
looking.
As Rise, I haven't seen like more press about this. Yeah, but it looks cool.
How is this like a first trailer that's recently dropped?
I think it's
or-
alpha.
Yeah, so this is like just kind of some alpha footage.
Pretty alpha.
Yeah,
Because I can imagine not wanting to like publicize it until you get a stable working build and stuff like that.
because I was primed for this thing to be System
He's
Shock.
on the Citadel.
I was a little
Like-
disappointed when I was like, oh, not in space. You're not exactly the thing that I wanted you to be.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It can be a fallen utopia. So one
This
of the
looks
things.
like Bioshock meets Mass Effect.
One of the things that
Sold.
separates it out and actually kind of unsold me a bit is this has things like thirst and hunger and mechanics like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Those kind of survival things, which I'm personally not a big fan of.
I like them if they're done well.
Yeah,
They're very rarely done
they're very
well.
rarely done well. I mean, I see them done well in things like Don't
Whoa.
Starve. I think that's quite good. Most of the time, it feels fairly artificial.
Yeah, it's just a drop-in meter.
It's like, hey, I've been walking around for 15 minutes and I'm thirsty.
Was that like someone attacking you?
Yeah, so there's zombies and things that attack you, and you run away and you fight them at some point.
Sounds a little cliche.
Yeah, I actually found the more I watched this, the kind of less excited I
Yeah.
got about it, because it looks visually, really cool, but I didn't really see what it was doing.
Yeah.
That I could go play Bioshock. And I'm going to get a very similar experience. What they did seem to add with this was, all right, well, there's going to be survival elements. You need to go eat. You need to drink. I don't want that. What the resource should be for a game like this is, oh shit, I don't have enough ammo. Oh shit, I need health.
Yeah.
Like these are the things where you need to rush because they're believable.
Because survival doesn't always survival is just a resource mechanic essentially, and that doesn't need to be biological.
Yeah, it can just be I need things to not die. But you got stuff like this where they're kind of setting up.
I need planks to board up this room.
Yeah, kind of. It reminds me a bit of what I really liked in Bioshock 2, where you actually set up when you collected Adam. Did you play Bioshock 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you got to the little sister and you had to actually
adopt her and go around.
Oh, you get to the splicer or whatever.
Yeah, the body
to collect
with
the
the
Adam
Adam
from,
in it.
and you'd have to set up the area.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, so that one's Pamela. No,
I think it has the
P.A.
potential to be done well,
yes.
but from what I saw then, not hopeful.
Yeah.
That's my hot take for this.
Oh, your hot take.
Hot take.
Hot take. Hot take.
Hot take for this hot look.
We also have Chronos, which kind of ties back to our VR discussion a
Okay.
bit earlier. So this is a game which is meant to be launching, well, probably very soon because it's meant to showcase VR, which is kind of interesting given this is not a first-person game.
Really?
Could you give me a one-sentence Chronos?
Think action RPG where you level up by getting older. So the Chronos thing in here is every time you die or every time you attempt the labyrinth that you're going into, if you fail, you can't come back for a year. So every time you leave and come back, year passes. Year passes. Kind of, except you're the same character.
Yeah.
But as you go, so when you start off, you're quite young, so you're quite nimble, you can dodge, roll around, that kind of stuff. As you get older, you're not going to be as good at that. So what that means is you're going to be doing more magic-y things as you get further on. So the leveling up is actually your character changing rather than you getting powerful, which I think is a pretty interesting way to take it.
And of course, you'll be more knowledgeable when you're older because
Done it before.
you will have done the labyrinth enough times to, I don't know, have experience.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say somewhere in this game there's going to be the ability to roll back your age.
Yeah.
I'm going to think that's going to be there. Otherwise, I don't know what happens when you get too old that you can't play anymore.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so complete guess, but I reckon that's going to be in
At the
there.
very least in New Game Plus.
Maybe you can burn your game, something
Yeah.
start again. I don't know. The VR in this I thought was interesting because if you go to
I don't understand how VR's going to work.
If you go to the website, it's something they really push. There's Oculus label up. They're talking about. They got all the quotes about being VR. And I think what they've done is they've built the game from a fixed camera perspective. So what they're trying to do is make it so you're not first person, you're not third person, you're an observer, and you're kind of controlling the character, which I thought was really interesting. It actually made me want to play something like Resident Evil like that.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. Like if you got that fixed camera perspective with a little bit, because with VR you don't want too much movement, ideally, because otherwise you're going to feel sick. So the idea of going from fixed camera to fixed camera, what might get awkward is if you're going from room to room and you're constantly changing where you are. Maybe that'll be a bit jarring. But I'm confident it's something you could solve.
This isn't the best way I can describe it, but like a Five Nights at Freddy's style setup. Not sitting over computer banks. Just the ability to switch back and forth between fixed cameras in a room as an idea.
Because I think it'll be like with Resident Evil, one of the problems you have with that game is like when exactly it's going to do the camera transition.
Yeah.
So you're walking and suddenly it'll be like, camera's over here now.
And you're still moving the controller in the same way.
Yeah.
And if left off that screen all of a sudden brings you back to that screen,
They got better
I
at that.
Explained that poorly.
No. Well, it's because your perspective would change and you're moving relative to the camera.
Yes.
And so if you're holding that way and then the camera moves over here, that way means something
Thank you.
else.
That was far more
that's
eloquent
what it
than I
means.
said.
But what Resident Evil games and things like that do was they will just lock that direction until you release it. So if you
Cool.
hold down forward, you just kind of move forward, it would change. And then when you release it, you hit forward, it might move somewhere different.
Well, then,
That's commonly
yes.
how they did it.
That.
But if where I am in the level is jumping around, that might get awkward.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah. But interesting to see.
Yeah.
This is when we were talking about VR before, and
Yep.
you're waiting for that game. The problem is we're still trying to figure everything out.
Yeah.
So-
I think so are the people making them.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm waiting, though.
Yeah, and that's not a bad way to do it, because it's going to take a while to know what works.
I also
what
kind of
doesn't
feel
in
like a
VR.
scumbag because I'm waiting for everyone else to take those risks
No,
while I'm not supporting the industry that I really, really want to succeed because god damn, I want that VR MMO.
No, look.
I want it so bad. I want that dot hack. I want
Yeah,
that
you want it.
SAO. I
Yeah.
want that nonsense anime that I can say goodbye to this world.
Look.
I'll be in this recliner for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Buying into VR is a little bit like buying into early access.
Yeah.
Like there are games that I'll look at on early access, and I'm like, nah, I want to play. I was looking at Master of Orion 3 today. I'm like, I kind of want to play it. Early access, I can wait. It's cool. You can let enthusiasts figure shit out, and then you just jump in at the end and reap all the benefits.
But I guess I really want to support it because if it does fail somehow, I'll be there going, like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy any, but is it because I didn't buy any?
I'll be annoyed if there's like new hardware after like a year. I guess.
Because it could be.
Yeah.
That's the risk I'm worried about.
That's the typical early adopter risk.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a whole lot of talk about...
It's like Apple Watch risk.
There's a whole,
Yeah.
a whole lot of talk about Microsoft and PlayStation thinking about going with like an iterative phone release, like iPhone release style of consoles. Where
Yeah.
you'll get like the Xbox One
What
Plus.
was it? Is that
The
news?
Xbox 2S.
PS4K?
Yeah, so there
was
was
a rumour.
there's was some more substantial rumors of that
Yeah.
popping up, but still all very rumored at the moment. So that very well could happen. I mean, the PlayStation is an interesting place because they want more grunt for the VR, and like, I mean, even just me playing. I didn't talk about it this week. Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Playing that, like that visually already to me is looking a bit, like on the console.
Wow.
So
And that was...
like when I compare to what it could
I
look
didn't
like
know
on
when that came
PC.
out.
So
Was it this year?
yeah, it really was. Well,
It's been a long day,
we're-
everyone.
We're basically mid-cycle for PS4 now, because 10-year cycle, right, per console, generally.
Yeah.
We're about 5 years in.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's not the new console anymore.
God, I still,
It's still pretty
can't
powerful,
help but
though.
Oh,
think
no,
that the
it's-
PS4 came out last year. Like, it didn't.
Yeah, no.
I
no.
think it's 2012 still.
Like, I'm still
You know?
impressed with a lot of like the tech and stuff that's coming out. Like it's still.
Oh, apparently 3 years. I take that back. 3 years in.
Yeah, like, I
A
swear it's not
third
5
in.
years.
All right.
Oh,
No, don't worry. It's all good.
okay.
But yes.
More
anyway,
hotness?
more hotness, more hot looks. Let's have a look at Revolution, 1979. Black Friday. Black Friday is what it's. Okay, this one I'm actually a little excited about because what I love is when games can investigate things and give
James's
me
hot look.
James hot look. Give me experiences into things I don't know much about, so I can learn. So this is set
Like the cult one from 2 weeks ago.
Yes, like
Yeah.
the cult one. So this is what I'm going to guess is going to be a lot like a Telltale style game, except it's set in 1978 to start off
Are they
with,
people?
but it goes into 79
weird.
in Iran.
Do we know Ink Stories from anywhere before?
No, actually, top
Because
of my head.
I don't recognize the name.
I don't. But it's going to be set in a political climate that I don't know much about, and so I actually
Yeah.
can't give too much commentary on what's going on because I don't know that much. And I think
And that in itself is the selling
and that in
point.
itself is,
Yeah,
is a
definitely.
selling
That's
point.
really appealing.
So one of the big things in this is you're a photographer. So you're going around taking pictures of the revolution and things like that, and I believe you get caught up in some kind of political plot and all that kind of jazz. One of the things it does is it lets you take pictures of things, and the goal is to take the picture which is going to be close to an original historic image.
Oh, cool.
And then it kind of shows you
Oh,
two of
cool.
them. Now, my first reaction to that was, like, why? Like, to me, it seemed like a weird mechanic to try and take a picture to match something else. But what I do like the idea of is with a photograph, it's very hard to know the context of what's going on outside the borders of it. And so if a game puts you in a situation where you need to match a real photograph, that to me seems like a really good way to anchor what you're doing in a historic context.
Hold up, so like the better you match it, the better you do? Or
I believe it's something
you're
like
at a point
that.
where it's like match this photo and you've got to find the angle.
I don't know the exact
Because
details of it.
I'm super on board with an idea of like, you get to this place, it says take the photo, you take the photo and it shows you what the historical photo from there was.
I'm expecting it's going to be something like that. I don't think you're going to be getting points based on how close you were to the original.
Because like if I know what I've been doing up until I take that photo and then I see the real life photo, I'm like, oh, they must have done almost like this but a little bit differently. All of a sudden you've got like worlds of context within that one photo because you've played it.
Yeah.
It's a really cool concept.
Yeah, so I'm actually really excited by that, and it's the kind of things that I want to see games do more of.
Yeah.
And I think, given where we are politically at the
Oh
moment,
yeah, give me one of like the Trump's rise. Give me one of no, just like give me a current Brazil elections.
hopefully Trump's
telltale game.
rise ends up being fiction.
Yeah.
With the fingers crossed on that
Trump's
one.
rise, isn't that just like Knights of the Old Republic?
Trump rising.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that one I think is looking pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
I like it.
Yeah, look good. All right. So how about we move on to some Game Club?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. So this
Go
is
about
one
that.
we didn't actually announce pre-show. So sorry, Chumps, you didn't get a chance
Because
to
this was
play it
announced like
yesterday,
Thursday and Friday.
So we found an interesting little game called Tube Tycoon, and this is entirely very self-serving because it's about YouTube streaming, and it's sort of a management sim where you need to manage a channel.
it is early.
It is, yeah. So there's no audio in this, as you
See, I
noticed.
couldn't scroll down
It took me
into that.
Oh, really?
I had a few crashes
Yep.
when I was trying to capture it. The actual game was fairly stable when I was going, but generally there's a few things with pop-ups behind things they shouldn't be. All that stuff, like it's all right. It works. So before I talk about it, how about talk about some of your experiences?
Well, it was a really cool concept for a game.
Yeah.
And I could see myself really getting into an end copy of this because there's some depth to it. There's
Yeah.
there's the illusion of a lot of depth in this game because it's got all the skill systems and it's got all these, like you see on the right hand side, if you can become a let's player or a vlogger.
Yeah.
Are the two main paths, and I assume that when they get into like late releases and things, there'll be more than those two paths, as there'll be the fashion blogs and all of those other things and react videos.
Even going down a particular path of gaming, it's like, do you want to be a Let's Player or do you want to be a Minecraft player? Like
Yeah.
you can kind of branch out a bit like that.
But yeah, it's pretty much you will. You'll be
Got mail.
nice. I got that.
Got some views.
Yes, this is the success. You can achieve it. We believe in you. I loved it.
I liked it because it actually teaches you like things to do and not do on YouTube. Like if you keep playing the same game, you start to get less views over time because I think people get like bored.
Yeah, well, you can see you've got the interest bar.
Yeah.
So the more you do a game, it chips away the interest bar.
Yeah, as we see here, the two buttons there are like record next and record last.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like, it doesn't let you just abandon a game. You have to actually spend time to do the final one and then move on.
Which is a really good thing for YouTubers. Don't abandon a game if you're playing a game. At least have a video explaining why. Otherwise, you're going to get some hate.
Yeah, that's true. But I guess you need a following first.
Otherwise, I got some hate.
Aw.
But yeah, it was. There's a lot of potential depth.
I feel
And
like Google should buy it and be like, we'll
Oh, actually,
use this
Use
to
this as
like,
a thing.
I don't know, because like they do YouTube workshops, like how to build your channel.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's actually a positive thing. I don't know.
Well, no, it could really be. It could be educational
Yeah.
and entertaining. It just depends on how they take it.
Well, it teaches you how to deal with negative criticism. Because one of the things that pops up is the comments. Did you do
Yeah.
much reading of the comments?
I got no comments.
I got
Don't you know you never read the comments?
I read the comments.
I guess if you're in channel. you
Yeah,
should.
you've got 16 subs. You read the comments.
It tells you things like delete your channel.
Aw.
You suck.
Aw.
You're the
SUK.
worst.
It's like IRL.
Yeah, like it's actually
Yeah.
pretty. Every now and then, there's a little bit of positivity that creeps through, but the vast majority
And
of
it
it is
goes
pretty
to
negative.
show like both how rare and how lovely those comments are.
Just
'Cause you
digging through the shit.
You get that one lovely
finally.
comment and you're like, oh, my sweet baby.
Hated it so much. There was a weird system I didn't get.
go to the game store.
You can go to the city, you can go to the game store.
Yeah.
I could never afford anything. I spent all my money pretty early
Well,
on.
I went to the game store and they went, why are you at the game store? Steam exists, essentially. And then there's the W Brotherhood, which I didn't trust.
I don't even know what the W Brotherhood is.
Well, look at this scary monkey ninja guy. I don't trust him. I don't like him. And this is Gaben's love, Gaben's life.
You were Gaben in the game shop.
Gaben.
Yeah.
I didn't get this far. It's adorable.
So,
So
Gaben is love.
some of the
Gaben is
things
life.
I struggled with this is there's two resources as I understand it. There's time and I think
Energy? Yeah, that's where I got stuck.
yeah, there was no tutorial in any way.
And the
Yeah.
bars in the bottom left, that's what they are. If you were to ask me which of those two are time and energy, I have no idea.
Even just needs like a hover kind of like
Yeah.
mechanic. Yeah. that
Also,
would be fine.
below where we are at the moment, there's green and yellow. Those numbers, I had no idea what they meant. I think one of them was videos that have been uploaded. I think another...
I have no
yeah,
idea.
Yeah.
so a lot of explanation and tutorial required. But
Yes.
from what we got,
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say it was fun.
It was very satisfying seeing those numbers go up, and I don't know how much of that is simply because it's very close to what we do, and when I can
Yeah.
see the numbers going up, like that's what you want to
Why are you
see.
still on YouTube?
Yeah, that's you get some of the
feels-
comments for Floppy Bird. Yeah, that happens a lot.
Floppy bird. I'm not
So-
going to make that joke.
No, so
That's filthy.
So the way it basically works is every day you can make a certain amount of content and you can get it out there. You have to record, edit, then publish it, and it goes up.
And it takes time.
It takes time. I didn't really feel like it captured the actual energy required to do it that well because you're just watching a bar. Like it's not, and you can barely see the bar as well. It's going up now.
Well, it does go to show that recording it and like playing the game is 1/5 of
Yeah.
putting it on YouTube, because playing it took the same amount of time as editing it and publishing it and uploading it.
That's generous.
So yeah,
Do you reckon it would work as like a real time game, like a mobile game, where you have to like come back and like check it and be like, you finished editing your video, you can now publish it. Check back later, see how many views you get.
That
Well, I
could
s-
work.
that'd be
Yeah.
kinda cool.
Yeah.
okay. Cards on the table. I've played a game like this before.
Yeah.
It was just a flash game that was on like Armor Games or Newgrounds or one of those places that was almost exactly this, but cute little chibi characters going around, and you would make videos and figure out what videos you would be making.
Yeah.
And it had a whole lot more depth than this. This has a whole lot more polish than the
Yeah,
other one.
so I think this right now is fairly playable, and there is a nice feedback loop pretty early on with those numbers going up. Getting subscribers, that was pretty cool. So you're playing it, and then it'll get a message saying such and such is subscribed, and you get a boost to your subscribers. Someone can also not like your video,
Yep.
and they knock you down. So your subscribers go up and down. That's kind of
World
cool.
of Peacecraft,
I've-
goddammit.
I feel like they could really go into more detail though about what's involved in making this work. Just with things like you need to be regular.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it scratches the surface of the things that you want to do. I feel like I don't know if they're trying to create an actual simulation experience or they're just trying to take a few things that's involved in this whole process and try to make a fun game out of it.
There's no tutorial at all.
I can. That's okay. I can go with no
I think
tutorial
it's,
because
yeah,
it's still beta.
super. Yeah,
Yeah.
early beta. Oh yeah, it is beta.
Yeah.
There's even like a give feedback little option. They made it easy to give feedback, so maybe
Yeah,
we should.
which was good.
Yeah, I did really enjoy the amount of money that was going through because it's so small. It made me laugh. I was like, yes, I made $6 today. This is the best.
And that hit way too close to home.
yeah.
So
Oh, man.
I thought you're nailing that part of it. That's
Made my
really
first
cool.
25 cents. Yes.
Yeah, I think the thing's got potential.
Yeah. Cool concept.
It feels a bit light at the moment, but that's okay. It's better. Hopefully the dev can listen to our little commentary. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
take away some stuff from
All
it.
my
them.
problems with it are totally understandable beta
Yeah,
problems.
yeah. What I thought I'd get bored of really quickly, I actually stayed with for for a fair while. So yeah, I think it's worth
Cool.
checking out.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was cool.
All right, what have we got? We got a bit of time left.
Do we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
we
nothing
do.
else, it's worth checking
So-
out just so that you can like let the dev know what you think.
Yeah, yeah.
Kids at home.
So I think I got time to talk a little bit about Assassin's Creed 2.
Do it.
Oh, sorry, Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
I'll talk about Assassin's Creed 2.
No, okay. I'm going to say Assassin's Creed Syndicate makes for an excellent trilogy of Assassin's Creed games. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's 3 good ones.
2, Black Flag and Syndicate?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're the ones. You can skip one. You can skip, which was the Civil War one?
That was just
Whatever.
3.
That was 3, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember the subtitle for it.
I didn't
Whatever.
have
So, I'm Assassin's dude. Which one is this in the timeline of Assassins?
This would be the most modern, because this is set in London.
But like made as well? Like
This is the most recent one.
recent?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like,
Oh,
it looks
God.
good.
This is me also
You don't
being...
hit anyone there. That's
this is,
not okay.
This is me being fairly late to the party. This is in no way a new game.
No.
I went looking for a new game to play this week, and I ended up just going, I'll get this up when wanted to get it for a while. I heard it was the best since 2, and 2 was amazing.
Are you a lady?
Yes, okay. So in this one, there is no
They-
main character.
They heard all of those.
Yes.
All of those complaints.
And I do want to touch on some of the kind of gender roles in this because it's pretty interesting. So what they've done is they've said, right, we're not going to have, even like you choose if you want to be male or female, we're just going to have twins. So neither of these characters is more important than the other. They're both main characters. The banter between the two is pretty great because they're siblings. And it's generally a lot of fun. I really, really enjoy that. There are some differences between whether you play the guy or the girl. The
Guy's
guy,
more of a brawler.
More of a
Girl's
brawler.
more sneaky.
You can still skill up in which particular direction you want to go,
Yep.
but that's just at the end of the skill tree. They kind of diverge a bit. I've been mainly playing Evie, just because occasionally there's a mission I can't, and you have to play a specific character. Most of the time you can pick and choose. So that's been cool. I like that. There's a lot of kind of good, strong female characters in it. There's even, I'm going to assume actually might be trans. I don't know. Or at least someone like, it's a female dressing as a male. I don't know if they identify as trans or whatever. But, you know, it's kind of bringing down traditional
There was a
gender roles
couple
in
of
it.
those in Black Flag, though.
Yeah, there was in Black Flag as well.
Yep.
But one of the things I thought was interesting when I was thinking about that is that, okay, it's cool. They got these progressive ideas in it. That's great. But they also like to dig into some of the bad things in this time. So there's one of the mission types is go liberate the children. So because child slavery or child labor was a big problem back in this time. So they kind of like some like relevant social situations for that time. They're going, we're going to dig in and going to run with this. And some they're kind of changing. I don't really kind of think that's neither good nor bad. I just thought it was kind of interesting.
Depends on how they do it, though. 'Cause it can be done well or very poorly.
What they're doing fine, and I'm glad they've made the decisions they have with the character roles in this. It was just sort of like this interesting little. We're going to pick what negative things at this time we're going to focus on.
Yeah.
Okay, so political stuff aside.
That alone was cool. I like just getting XP from a near-death recovery, things like
Yep.
that. That's a cool system.
They've done some things to fix the free running, which I really enjoy. The free running is still kind of broken. Occasionally you end up in a situation where you hit a wall and you're like, I didn't want to hit that wall.
Is that the
Yeah.
thing I was complaining about?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So the big
Well,
change...
that's a thing in all games with free running, is that it requires a level of precision that
Oh man, I killed and murdered so many people in this
Why
game.
are they
You
on
just,
the
like-
roof?
They're coming up. They've seen me. So
it
they're trying to
requires
find me.
I guess an intuition that the player has of the player knows exactly where they want to go, and there doesn't
Yeah.
exist a control scheme to fully realize that
Yeah.
yet.
So I don't.
So Mirror's Edge wasn't perfect. None of the Assassin's Creeds have been perfect, but it's all like, because no game is perfect. But when free running goes wrong,
It goes really wrong.
it seems to piss you off just that much
Yeah.
more
Well,
because there's a flow involved.
I've
Because
failed.
it's the game's fault, and not
I've
your
failed
fault.
missions because of the free running.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this was a thing they added in Unity in the French Revolution one, but there's a button you can hit to either free run up or down. So if you hold the free run button, you'll move forward and you'll try to stay about level. If you hit cross, you go up. So
In
you'll scale
Unity, there
walls.
was a fast descend. There was
Yeah.
never a fast ascend.
So this has fast ascend and fast descend. So if you hold down, then you go down things.
And there's a grappling hook, isn't there?
Yeah, and the big addition, you see me use it a couple of times, is the grappling hook. And this adds in a lot of horizontal movement that I feels like it's been lacking with as the buildings have got further apart. Because in like Assassin's Creed, the first one, you're in like these densely populated areas, like in Damascus. So that all the roofs are close together, right? So you can run over them and it's fine.
Yeah.
With this one, now we're starting to get buildings that are a bit further apart.
Because of roads.
Because of
exist
roads
now.
and shit like that. So, cool, grappling hook. And when you're out running around doing stuff, you can actually get around really quickly just by going from rooftop to rooftop. not having to go down the street. They don't need to have these forced wires hanging between things.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just you can just run around.
Like, hey, look at these clear traversal points.
Yes, it's sort of this more organic way
Yeah.
for you to get around.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been really enjoying it.
Well, traversal looks good in this.
Yeah, the missions are split up into the main story missions, and there's this overhead map where you capture regions. So every region will have a certain number of missions to complete, and when you do that, you do a gang war, and then you can kind of claim it. This game has a lot of stuff for a lot of different kinds of players. No, this is still EV. For a lot of different kinds of players. So if you're like me, I want the critical path through the game, and then I want to finish it, and I'm good. If you're someone who wants to buy this game and do stuff for a long time, there's a lot of content. Like, there's like all these missions you can go do. It's pretty cool.
Okay, in how long did you get to play it?
I've probably put 5-6 hours into it.
Okay, in the first hour, how many tailing missions did you do?
Tailing?
Because that's been my gauge on Assassin's Creed games since 3.
There might have been one, and if I can't remember.
Then it's amazing.
Yeah.
Then it's a great game, because 3 in the first hour had, I think, 4 tailing missions.
So what this feels like a bit of a return to is with Assassin's Creed 2, what I loved about it was a fairly linear story through it. And you compare it to Assassin's Creed 1, where it was, here's basically what's a big tech demo, go out, pick some pockets, whatever. Assassin's Creed 2 was
started the
mission,
story.
game's over. There's a bit of exploration if you want. And then with 3, they kind of went a bit more open again.
Oh yeah, 3 just became a sandbox.
Where what this one feels like is
and Black Flag was you're a pirate.
Yeah, which is awesome. There is missions which are like Assassin's Creed 2, but you pick when you want to do them.
Cool, okay.
Yeah, so there might be a mission where it's like, okay, I need to infiltrate this particular area. I'm going to use gas canisters and fire barrels to like make them hallucinate and kill their friends. Then I'm going to have a ship I need to chase down over a pier, jumping from boat to boat to jump on and then fight the people.
That's
and
fun.
Amazing.
These cool stories that happen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and Assassin's Creed Syndicate seems to be a bit of a return to that.
Awesome. Well, because like you said, with the like every second game.
Yeah.
It's because I'm 90% sure that they have 2 teams.
They could. I'm
that
not quite
they
sure.
need to alternate
sense.
back and forth for the
Because they do
yearly
so many
stuff.
of them.
I think they also try things in intermediate games, like because Assassin's Creed 3 had the ship stuff.
Yep.
That was in there, but it was a small part of it.
I think all of Assassin's 3 was a tech demo.
Yeah, it was like Assassin's Creed 1.
Because that was the first time they
and
had
it was a
the
big tech
tree running and the ships and
demo.
the hunting,
Yeah.
all that
But
stuff.
then you got to Black Flag, and that game's amazing.
It's like, nice.
I still think Black Flag, you could take that game, rip off the Assassin's Creed name, and you've got
that'd
an
be
amazing game still
Sid
there.
Meier's Black Flag.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, enjoying it. I'm going to keep
Hell
playing
yeah.
it.
No, I'm glad we had time for you to say that.
Cool. What else? What else has been happening? We've got a bit of time left.
How much?
Yeah.
Oh, I played a bit more culling. They've got like Australian servers now, so
That must make a big difference.
Yeah, so a lot of it relies on like melee. So when you don't have Australian servers, it's not a fun time. But now they do, and I'm getting better at it. There's like lots of different ways to like play it, whether you want to like, I don't know.
Have you had any good stories, like player stories that have come out of it?
Like
Not
there's one
really.
time such and such happened.
I didn't know.
did
So when you poison, you just show up as like I was playing with my brother, and you show up as like just a person, and he like killed me.
What?
I
So
didn't realize.
so you play with your brother.
Yeah,
At
and we
wha-
took out one guy.
At what point do you turn on your brother?
You can't, I don't think.
It was around 12 years ago.
Oh, I think you can.
There's only one victor, right?
Oh, I actually don't know. I'm not good enough to
Oh, you've
get
never
that
got to the
far.
end.
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
like excited if I kill someone or last longer
Or
than
are you
15
two
minutes.
about to just eat the berries together?
No. it's
Okay.
not.
No.
Whoa, hold on. Sorry, 'cause I forgot the main thing we went to talk about today. Duck Game.
Oh,
Why have we not spoken about Duck Game?
I assumed that we were just bottling it in because I didn't want
I'm
to.
like looking at my notes. What have we got
I
to
didn't
talk
want to
about?
expose how excited I was about anything that much on stream.
All right. So went to a Twitch meetup the other day.
We all were there.
We went to the Twitch meetup.
It was great.
And
Shout out to everyone.
good work, everyone. And one of the games we got to play was Duck Game. Now, I had seen Duck Game in Steam. It's an Adult Swim game. I had never played it.
So neither of you had played it before.
Never.
Okay.
And okay, Mr. Producer, can we please load up Duck Game?
I'm pretty sure Duck Game is the reason I dropped out of college.
All right, so I'm a duck, and this is me playing against someone else who's also a duck. And you notice I just died. I'm the grey duck. and I just failed immediately.
That is how quick this game is. Just to get off the beginning.
So it's a game with a bunch of crazy weapons, which often you might think are kind of useless, but in this case, I netted the guy and threw him off a ledge, because it's Duck Game, and Duck Game you do stuff like that.
Duck Game is magical.
It's all like they throw you in a level. It's like, here's some grenades, deal with it in a tiny level, and we both died it reminds me a lot of something like Towerfall, that kind of quick arena-based side-scrolling party game. But what really impressed me with this is there's all these different weapons and all these different items, and most of the time you're just having like crazy fights with it's one-on-one at the moment, but you can have up to 4. Yeah, I'm having a chainsaw fight and I got a shotgun with this guy.
Yeah.
But
what was that?
But they'd mix up the mechanics. Oh, I just missed him. I think it's because he's got the helmet on.
Well, no, it's because he's doing some insane...
Yeah.
If he ducks and uses the chainsaw, it's some form of propeller?
The best thing, there's a button.
What in the hell? What?
There's a button to quack. You quack.
There's a quack button.
There's a quack.
I think every game needs a quack button. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, where's my quack button?
Oh, man, I'm getting a good shot. Oh, you missed the shot. That shot was so good.
Yeah, it's actually
Okay,
fun.
this is something I just played today, and I just recorded this footage just like, all right, we're going to do the show tonight. Better go record it. I had so much fun. I was just laughing as I was playing.
It was no longer a
because
job.
I actually ended up winning this particular match, but it was close.
You just poker a stick
it
on a sword.
Online or NPC?
This is a real person. So this is some other person. Must be Australian. Just killed
Nailed
myself.
it.
Must be Australian because his ping was quite good. It was like 40 milliseconds, and it was just me and him, one-on-one, having all kinds of duck adventures. You can pick up the flower.
Are the levels randomized? Like all the items?
I thought the levels are random, but I believe there's like 50 of them.
Okay.
Because some of them are really, really well crafted. Like this one, it's like, here, you have an armor set. And so,
Everyone put on the
so
armor.
everyone put on your armor, and then we're going to have a brawl. And this is the thing that really separated it for me from a lot of other games that I've played, like Towerfall and things like that, that this one constantly surprised me. It's like, okay, here's a level with band instruments. And this is something more at the Twitch event we played.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the instruments did any damage.
They didn't do
I don't
anything,
think they
but
did.
I still had to ask everyone, okay, let's not fight each other. Everyone get an instrument.
like,
we
we
are
just-
now Duck Band.
And that's what we did. And that's what really impressed me with this. It was random shit that wasn't just killing you or putting you into a level, and it's like a little puzzle to solve. How do I use the weapons in this level? So it's not random. I think if this was random, it would be, whatever, it's okay. But the level design in this is actually really good, and there's some really interesting things in it.
They've announced that over the next coming years, they're going to be releasing map packs. So,
Nice.
Yeah, I
because
think
what else can you add to this?
I'm sad I didn't play this.
they can add new weapons and things like that.
Yeah.
And I get lots of cool trick shots and things like that. Then once you play for a while, you have this intermission, and you like throw a rock.
Yeah, it's
to where you're up
the
to.
representation of how
Yeah.
many matches you've won, and first to 10 is the victor.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I would change in this.
Explosive Kieran.
Explosive Kieran is that
Shout outs to Explosive Kieran.
good work, Explosive Kieran. Goes on too long. They really just need more of a Towerfall length.
Yeah.
Because Towerfall feels really good. I don't get bored. This one, it's so intense. Playing it for 10 victories actually ends up being pretty exhausting. So I just think, and there's probably an option in there somewhere to change the game mode to bring it down. But that's my only complaint. My only complaint is the pacing's a bit off. Apart from that, man, it's so good. Yeah, Duck Game. Man, I love it. I love it so much. It's like Game of the Year. Game of the Year already. Sorry,
Wow.
Witness. Duck Game's come along and knocked you out.
Oh, man.
Cool. Well, all right. I got to gush over Duck Game.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
that's fair.
That's all I wanted. That was the whole point of this
Well,
episode.
my only
Yeah.
other news article was solely for me.
Yeah,
so
right.
it's
I was just saying,
completely
just do it, man.
Well, I mean, in Dwarf Fortress,
Yes.
which is my favorite game, someone recently made Working Space Invaders.
Nice. I love it when people do that.
It boggles my mind how it's done, because they've needed to use like these old like ASCII graphics.
That's
to-
like when someone makes a CPU in Minecraft.
Yeah, well, it takes the
Crazy.
same amount of effort in this, but it hurts your CPU.
Someone
more.
made Minecraft in Minecraft. That was great.
Really? Oh my god.
Cool. Got anything else?
No, I'm good.
I'm gonna wrap this one up. Well, what you got? Something?
No, it's completely okay.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
even a rapping pun.
Oh,
couldn't think of
were
any
you
on the
about
spot.
to, were you about to sing?
Oh,
Does it?
No, rapping like WRAP.
Oh, I
Like,
got
wrap it
excited.
like a burrito. I don't know. What do you rap doing?
Yeah.
You wrap this episode.
The opportunity's
That's what
gone.
we do.
Wrap the
Yeah.
whole
yeah,
episode.
Yeah, just wrap the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. we'll be back to regular show next week.
This is being James Cast.
Assuming Paul didn't die while camping.
Or has a heart attack watching this.
Or
Yeah.
that. We have been 8.5 Bit Live, hosted on Stream Live TV, and we'll see you all next week.
Bye bye.
Dance out, dance out, dance out, dance out.
Let's just leave it
Come
on for
on,
like
Mr.
30 seconds.
Come, Mr. Producer.
No, we're just going to keep going.
Dance
I don't
out,
even care.
Dance out,
It's fine.
Dance out.
Wait, we didn't.